As everyone knows, this year was not what anyone expected or wanted. It was all around half term for me when I was in the last event of the European circuit in Palamos. It was an amazing event, fun with everyone else. No one having any idea what was going to come. After a bit of school back in England, we went back out to Valencia. We did a week of windy weather training with top Italian coach Simone Ricci. That's when I met Riccardo, the North Sails dealer. He gave me this new North Sail prototype to try out, and I tested out in a few training days before the event, and then I tried it out in the event and I loved it. From there on, we worked together to create an amazing new sail. After a couple of tricky days in Valencia, I ended up 5th overall. Then lockdown hit and there was nothing. No sailing, no friends, no school, nothing. I decided to start doing some home projects to keep myself busy. One of which was this boat I decided to paint in my garden with some paints that Nick Rogers kindly lent me. And I was selected for Winner Team 2020, which was a huge thing, and I really loved it. It was a very eventful, stressful period of time in between, as the selections had been cancelled, the nationals had been cancelled, and the only place where there was racing was in Lake Garda, Italy. So everyone gathered there to what everyone thought would literally be the last event of the year, and to most people, including myself, to be the last event of their Oppie career. I was invited to Campione in Lake Garda to sail with some of the top sailors around the world, coached by Marco Gradoni, the 3-time world champion. After a load of races, lots of fun races, I emerged triumphant and I won the first one. Then the second one was the opening to the Garda meeting with 11 different competitors, all the national champions from their countries. And the 3 races, I finished first and second to win it and bring home this huge trophy. But unfortunately, I did not get to bring the trophy home, as I think it was a bit too big for my baggage anyway. Then after returning home, it was even more stressful, as some people said the Euros was going ahead, some people said they weren't. And finally, they were confirmed they were going ahead in Slovenia. We all had to go and take lots of tests with Claire Sargent as our team mum and Oliver Hill as our team coach from Lymington. 3 days of qualifying with tricky light wind conditions, which was lots of fun, 3 races a day. The first day of the final series, it was really light winds. It was only 1 race, and then it was officially called off, and we all had to stay in our rooms and we weren't allowed to leave the hotel. So luckily for me, I ended up being 3rd overall, which was the first Brit to be on the podium since the 2000.
The runner-up in this category, which always attracts a lot of votes, is Santiago Sesto Cosby. Congratulations.
But after everything has to come to an end. Drip finally stops. It was time for a new era. It was time for me to move on. And so I've started sailing a 29er with Sam Noakes. And we've done a few events in Weymouth and a couple of trainings in Lymington, but obviously now we're back in lockdown. It's proven to be quite difficult. But yeah, it's been an amazing time, and it's time for me to start something new.